Just trust yourself. Nowadays, you're being spewed with all this information on what you have to do and how to do it. What if I told you this is a bunch of bullshit? By the end of this video, I will give you 3 reasons why it's so much more important to just trust your intuition, rather than having to listen to what somebody online has to say. Turn your phone off, put do not disturb on, do whatever you have to, but the next 5 minutes might just change how you'll view social media advice. Why am I telling you this? Well, for the last 4 years of my life, I've been making content and trying to improve my life. And yeah, I got sucked into the self-help hell that's just trying to make money off of you. And simply speaking, as somebody that's trying to have a full-time job as a mechanical engineer, make content, and build their own software company, I realized I didn't have time or energy for this content that was draining me for views and clicks. So imagine in the future, you've reached this self-help enlightenment, and you've now realized that the people giving you advice are just trying to sell you a course. And at the end of the day, they're just profiting off the advice that they're telling you. See, inherently, me telling you to stop listening to others whilst giving advice on not listening to others is a little backwards, right? Well, I don't have anything to gain from making content. I make $0 off of any videos that I post. So I have nothing to gain with what I have to say. But others, oh boy, they fucking do. They'll be making millions off of the advice that they're giving you. It also doesn't make sense that these gurus are giving this one-size-fits-all nonsense. And the people that are telling you and giving you this advice, do you know them? Do you know their story, their background? Why do you trust them? Because they have millions of dollars or followers? See, status means everything on the internet. Your opinion doesn't matter if you don't have millions of followers. But those people have the most to gain by giving the fluff that they're spewing. All I'm suggesting is next time you're watching an advice video, try to think about what they have to gain by the advice they're giving you. Now imagine this, you watched a full 10-minute video and realized none of it applies to you. Yeah, it gets old really quick. What I've seen on the internet recently is that, sure, these people giving you advice have been successful with one thing, but they're giving you general basic advice that may not even suit you. They hooked you in and filled you up with cookie cutter crap. Your problems are uniquely your problems. You have different goals to these people, different visions, and yet you're listening to somebody that is living a completely different life to you. See, this general advice that they're giving you on how to succeed with all these steps and all these processes, it just leads to burnout. Just leads to frustration because it doesn't directly apply to you. Because all that advice may be well-intentioned, but it actually might do more harm than good to you. See, if the advice doesn't fit you, don't make it fit you. You are the person who ends up losing in that situation. No matter any advice that somebody could give you, nothing beats failing and learning from it. Trust yourself, trust your intuition, and trust your vision. If you're anything like me, you have a vision, but it just won't get completed in 6 months or a year. We're talking about building long-term value, being in it for the long run, and trends and shortcuts will just make you miserable. The journey you want is something personal. It's going to evolve over time. You need to be willing to experiment and not just conform to some set of guidelines. Test the boundaries of what works and what doesn't. Sustainable success comes from yourself. It comes from being confident in your skill set and becoming the best at it. And then you provide value to others in some unique way. This is what innovation is. And true innovation comes from authenticity, not from some borrowed blueprints. I know there's a lot of people that have become exhausted on the way the success is shown on the internet now. And people want truly valuable content. I'm actually looking for 5 people out there right now that are interested in building some kind of long-term value. Could be a business, could be content, you name it. I'm just interested in connecting with people that are thinking exactly like me. If this sounds like you, DM me. I'm interested in connecting with these people, and maybe we can build even a small community. But only if you're interested in actually building some value over a long period of time. Not some get-rich-quick scheme. And as always, I'll see you all at midnight.